In today's topic, the update regarding Russell Wilson and Stefon Diggs truly impacts the Las Vegas Raiders, and I will explain why. The essence of the matter is that whenever relevant news breaks in the NFL, it's crucial to recognize that there is a domino effect, and every team is affected in some way. The information released the night before indicated that Russell Wilson had signed a contract with the New York Giants. Interestingly, as I record this video, Wilson's agreement has been officially announced. He is moving to New York. However, for Raiders fans, this raises the question, does this affect Las Vegas? The answer is yes, in several ways. The first thought I had was whether the Giants would now consider drafting a quarterback. With the draft approaching, there were potential candidates in mind, like Jameis Winston and Tommy DeVito, who might have been part of their plans. But with Wilson now on the team, it seems less likely they'll choose a quarterback with the third overall pick. If Cam Ward is seen as the first overall pick by the Tennessee Titans, then the chance of New York selecting a quarterback with the third pick makes me wonder about Shador's fate. If Shador falls in the draft, what are the implications for other prospects? What does this mean for other quarterbacks who could have been selected earlier if Shador had been picked by the Giants at number 3? The reason I believe this move benefits the Las Vegas Raiders is that if you're on the silver and black team and looking for the best player available, the Giants could now opt for someone like Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter or possibly another standout talent available. If you're part of the new management and committed to selecting the best available player, this could send a clear message. If we're considering Tito McMillan, Ashton Jenney, Armin Mayu, or Will Campbell, you might think, all right, I'm good with that. It's like going to a restaurant with multiple options and not knowing what to decide. When the choices are limited, like chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla, you have clarity about what you want and feel more confident in your choice. However, if Shador is available at the 6th pick, I also wonder if any team might want to trade up. There are many rumors coming out of Dallas that the Cowboys might be thinking of moving up to the 6th pick to secure Shador Sanders. I'm talking about real rumors regarding this. I believe this news about Russell Wilson really benefits the silver and black team. If an elite prospect is still available at the 6th pick, this could cause another team to try to trade up, as now that group of players will have one fewer player available. The first thing I thought when Russell Wilson moved to the New York Giants was that I'd like the silver and black team to consider trading down. I want more draft picks. I want more draft capital. If we're patient and continue doing things like we've done in free agency, if you tell me the plan is to trade down and accumulate more picks to reinforce our offense and defense in the draft, I support this strategy. So, for me, and I'd love to know if you agree, Russell Wilson's move helps the Raiders consider trading down. And if you want the Raiders to go that route, show your support. Now, let's analyze what might happen with Aaron Rodgers, right? If you don't believe the Raiders are paying attention to Rodgers, and I know we've talked about this before, the team is evaluating the possibility of trading back. And if you support this decision, don't hesitate to show your support. Now, let's explore the next reason why this trade of Russell Wilson impacts Las Vegas. What will happen with Aaron Rodgers? It's hard to imagine the team is not paying attention to his situation. While there's already a starting quarterback, it's not suggested that Rodgers will join Las Vegas, but many will be closely watching his situation. Initially, there was an expectation that he would choose between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The team is scheduled to face the Giants on the 25th, and it really seemed that the possibility of seeing Rodgers on the field at Allegiant Stadium could come true. However, that now seems unlikely. On the other hand, all signs point to Rodgers heading to Pittsburgh and staying in the American Football Conference, AFC. This move would significantly increase the Steelers' prospects, giving them a better chance of securing a wild card spot, especially considering they might have had to rely on Mason Rudolph or even Jackson Dart if the situation had been different. With Rodgers staying in the AFC, this represents more competition for Las Vegas. A source close to the Steelers was asked about how much Pittsburgh would be willing to offer Rodgers. It was mentioned that they could present an offer between $25 and $30 million per year. That's an interesting amount to consider, especially if Rodgers ends up receiving even more. If he gets $40 million, this could significantly alter things, especially with regards to Geno Smith. It's certain that Geno's agent is keeping a close eye on all developments involving each quarterback in this free agency season from Russell Wilson to Sam Darnold and Justin Fields. Each of these contracts is relevant. Given that the team is negotiating with Geno Smith and that each quarterback contract could influence the others, this new extension is crucial. Based on the latest information, it can't be said that there's a huge roadblock, but Geno seems to be asking for more financial guarantees than initially expected. It's known that he's putting in the effort. He even shared a video or photo recently on Instagram showing his commitment. Recently, there have been some talks, and although there isn't a major deadlock, one thing Geno is focusing on is the financial guarantee, which is proving to be higher than originally anticipated. Geno is clearly putting in the work. He even posted a video or a picture on his Instagram account with an incredible car, which appears to be a Spider. I'm not an expert in automobiles, but it looks to be worth over $100,000, possibly $200,000 to $300,000. In the front seat, there are about 10 to 12 footballs from the team just resting there in the dirty grass. Geno continues to make the right choices. However, with each quarterback contract being finalized, attention is turning to Brock Purdy. It's believed that if Purdy signs a considerable contract, it could impact Geno Smith's value. If I were in charge of the team, I'd aim to finalize Geno Smith's contract before Rodgers signs, focusing on resolving the negotiation, as Wilson's contract is significantly below what many expected. So, what do we believe will happen first? This question will be the focus of today's discussion and is different from what we discussed a few months ago regarding the importance of extending Maxx Crosby's contract before Myles Garrett reset the market. Rodgers is not in a position to reset the market. However, if he secures a favorable deal, it could slightly elevate Geno's value, although it's not considered to have a substantial impact on the current figures. So what's going to happen first? Type G for Geno's extension or A for Aaron Rodgers signing. The expectation is that Geno Smith will receive his extension first, mainly because we don't want to depend on Aaron Rodgers for any decision. Rodgers moves at his own pace, and it's known that the team is moving forward with negotiations with Geno Smith. It was mentioned that the team was close to finalizing an agreement 2 weeks ago, and although the situation is still ongoing, there's no reason for alarm. Both sides are well connected. Interestingly, it was recently reported that the Seahawks felt confident in their decision to trade Geno to Las Vegas, as both sides were excited about the partnership. Moving on, it's worth addressing how information about Stefon Diggs impacts the Raiders. It can be said that this news has even deeper ramifications for the team, especially now that Diggs has joined the New England Patriots. Before diving into this, it's important to mention that there's an opportunity for everyone to get involved on a sports platform. You can earn a sum by making a minimum bet, which is recognized as one of the top daily fantasy sports platforms. Just visit the website and remember to use the provided code. You don't need to win to secure the bonus. It's guaranteed. If you want to maintain your competitive edge throughout the season, considering this option might be beneficial. For those like me, missing college basketball and eager for something interesting to watch, I'm excited to announce that tomorrow I'll be dedicating myself to a variety of college basketball games. It's going to be an amazing experience. And if anyone is planning to watch the Dukies, remember that it's possible to score points and still win. The truth is, Cooper Flag will probably score more than just 1 point unless he gets injured. In that case, you'd still get your investment back. Therefore, it's wise to make prudent choices, and you might have some extra cash. It's really that simple. They prioritize their members, and you can access your funds in as little as 15 minutes. For those who don't enjoy college basketball, there are options available for the Raiders season in baseball, which I'm eager to get started. If you consider yourself a sports fan and haven't explored the possibilities, I'd really question how much of an enthusiast you are. Now, regarding Stefon Diggs, who recently signed with the New England Patriots, the contract is 3 years and $69 million, but in practice, it amounts to a 1-year deal with $26 million guaranteed. If I were with the Raiders and looked at that contract, I consider how this might influence our future plans. I say this because changes always happen. Where there's smoke, there's fire. We can speculate on various situations, but moves occur when the most prominent player in the market decides to go another direction. We're not talking about Amari Cooper because the top available wide receiver is Stefon Diggs. That's clear. And being the top free agent, Other players like Amari and Keenan Allen will think that if he got that amount, that's the number they expect to get. The fact that he has a 3-year contract means that if the Raiders offer a deal of that magnitude, they're considering that player as part of the long-term team. However, other free agent wide receivers will now generate more interest, and new stories will emerge around them. Diggs' contract may serve as a reference for other free agent wide receivers, especially veterans who are being considered for the Raiders. Another important aspect is that the competition is limited. New England has the largest salary cap space. And when you're competing with the Patriots, they've shown this offseason that they're willing to raise the prices and pay more. If you get into a bidding war with New England, your chances of winning diminish. And I'm okay with that, because I don't want the Raiders to overspend. It's a fact that Stefon Diggs is a talented player. Moving to the second name, we have Keenan Allen. I have a lot of respect for Keenan Allen. He grew up as a fan and has a relationship with the team's receivers coach. Allen spent 3 years under his coach's guidance before being traded. Interestingly, the receivers coach who mentored him is now with another team. Allen's estimated value is around $11 million, which implies a higher cost. However, concerns about his injury history remain among fans. At the end of last season, the situation became more complicated. Consider the receivers coach currently involved. Allen's current valuation is around $11,100,000, a slightly higher figure, but injury concerns are notable, especially considering recent discussions about him. At the end of last season, Caleb Williams had Allen as his main target. If you follow the trends, you'll notice a pattern of 100 receptions with small fluctuations. Will Keenan Allen manage to hit that mark again? This seems somewhat doubtful. However, if the team is thinking about making an investment, names like Tyler Lockett and Keenan Allen could emerge as viable options. If the focus is on saving money, which has been approached this offseason, Robert Woods could be an alternative. In the last championship, he recorded 20 receptions and accumulated 203 yards, standing at 6 feet 1 inch and weighing 210 pounds. A relevant point about Woods is his connections, which repeatedly come up. His value is estimated at $1,400,000, and he's participated in at least 14 games in the last 3 seasons, starting 30 of them. Despite a drop in productivity, Carroll integrated the USC team that helped bring Robert Woods to the Trojans. Additionally, the current senior vice president of coaching operations, who has ties to USC, followed Carroll for many years and is now part of the new team. He was at USC in 2009, recruiting Woods, who played from 2010 to 2013. Looking at other moves, it's important to remember that Woods does not classify as a number 1 wide receiver. In fact, it's uncertain if Tyler Lockett can even be considered a number 1 receiver. Lockett could be seen as a number 3 receiver, just like Woods, while Keenan Allen would fit as a number 2 receiver alongside Jacoby. If the Las Vegas team chooses not to invest heavily in the draft for a player like Tito McMillan, the idea would be to look for a receiver in the 2nd or 3rd round, leaving the possibility of adding a veteran open. The team's behavior pattern demonstrates a tendency to acquire experienced players at a reduced cost, favoring Robert Woods. However, the central question is what the team truly desires. Imagine receiving the news that Las Vegas has signed Tyler Lockett, Keenan Allen, or Robert Woods. Which one excites you the most? That's the answer I'd love to see in the comments. Personally, I'd be most excited about Keenan Allen, but the signing that makes the most sense is Tyler Lockett. He presents a balanced option, while Robert Woods might offer a lower cost, given the team's current financial situation, even though his performance is declining. Keenan Allen stands out as a complete receiver, and if the team is willing to invest, I'd support signing him. On the other hand, if the intention is to find a player who can stretch the field and guide Trey Tucker, Tyler Lockett is a suitable choice. Additionally, his cost is likely to be accessible. It's understandable that a 3-year contract for Lockett might seem distant, just like for Keenan Allen, but both have valuable connections with the coaches, which is significant for the current management this season. It's worth noting that the team confirmed the renewal of Matthew Butler, an update that was discussed a few weeks ago, along with the official renewals of Jordan Meredith and Sam Webb, among others. Now, in another sphere, The team is scheduling a visit with offensive tackle Charles Grant from William and Mary, who might be considered in the second round with the 37th pick. Furthermore, they are organizing a private visit with receiver Luther Burton from Missouri, another player who can stretch the field and enrich the team's receiver group. Sit down with an offensive lineman from William and Mary, an athlete who could be evaluated in the second round with the 37th pick. Additionally, an individual visit with a receiver from Missouri, another player seen as a deep threat, is confirmed. I thank everyone who's been following today's program, and don't forget that tomorrow I'll be live at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, East Coast time, and 1 o'clock in the afternoon, West Coast time. I owe you an exciting presentation, and it will surely be something vibrant. So stay tuned. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a move that has rocked the NFL world, Maxx Crosby, the celebrated defensive end for the Las Vegas Raiders, is reportedly facing a 2-year suspension due to a violation of the league's substance abuse policy. Known for his incredible performances on the field, including a standout 2023 season where he led the league in tackles for loss, Crosby's alleged involvement with a banned substance has left fans and experts alike stunned. This news has taken the football world by surprise, raising questions about the consequences and the future of one of the league's brightest stars. Crosby, who earned Pro Bowl honors for his dominating 2023 campaign, finishing with 14.5 sacks and a staggering 90 total tackles, is now at the center of a storm that could change his career forever. As a key figure in the Raiders' defensive unit, his potential suspension would be a massive blow not just to his team, but to the NFL as a whole. His aggressive, playmaking style, including his dominant 2-sack performance in Week 4 against the Denver Broncos, has made him a fan favorite and a leader on the field. The rumors of Crosby's suspension have left the NFL community in disbelief, particularly because of his clean image and relentless work ethic. His rise to fame, including being ranked 10th in the NFL's top 100 players of 2024, has made him a beloved figure in the sport. Now, this unexpected turn of events is forcing fans to reassess the pressures athletes face and the potential pitfalls that even the best of them can fall into. While the details of the alleged substance violation remain under wraps, the impact on Crosby's career could be far-reaching. A 2-year suspension would not only sideline one of the NFL's top defensive players, but could also affect his future contract negotiations and his legacy. The Raiders, who rely heavily on Crosby's performance, will be left scrambling to fill the void, raising questions about their prospects for the upcoming seasons. As the NFL and Crosby's legal team work to address the allegations, all eyes will be on how the situation unfolds. Will Crosby be cleared, or will the league take a hard stance on this controversy? For now, fans are left in suspense, hoping for a resolution that allows one of the game's brightest stars to continue his remarkable journey in the NFL. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.